Broadcasting live. You are looking live at the 1010XL Guts.
From the Batcave.
Oh, we had D-Rock in with us today. That was fun. D-Rock brought it pretty good, I thought.
Caused a lot of controversy, too, in the last 5 minutes of the program.
Awesome.
As we learned that
it's the best thing that happened ever. So D-Rock shows up today with a box of donuts, right?
Donut holes.
And apparently, I mean, I wasn't aware of this. Are we broadcasting to 0, 1? Is that us?
It's climbing.
Okay. I mean, I almost feel like I'm audience of 1. You're going to get the good material. So D-Rock brings in the donut holes this morning, which was like no big deal. I thought it was nice. It was good. We each probably power down 8 or 10.
At least.
I mean, so it was no big deal. Well, then Mike and Tony follow us in the studio today, and they walk in and they see a box of donuts. The side story is D-Rock does Thursdays with them every week.
Every week.
Forever. And he's never brought them in food.
Ever.
Which it tells you a couple things. Beef and I, much more liked around here than Dempsey and Tony.
Beloved.
This is the first thing.
Yeah.
Especially by Mike DeRocco.
Sure.
And the second thing is I can't remember. So I gotta be honest. I don't mind because people say like a Hicks off for the week. Obviously, you figure it out. And people ask you, how do you like doing the show by yourself, or I like it. I do. I don't mind a couple weeks a year having the freedom just to let it rip for the whole 4 hours. But it is damn sure exhausting. It's a different deal, man. There's no coming back a minute late from the bathroom because you had to go. There's no,
There's no with no net.
Right. There's no net. Right.
No net.
Let's go. And but we had good stuff today. It was driven by a couple of major topics. One was the championship game last night, and Virginia holding on to win. I say holding on, coming back, however you want to look at. I do think this. We didn't hammer on this very much during the show. Virginia better be glad they won. Yeah. And here's why. Virginia's the number 1 defense in college basketball. They had a 10-point lead with about 5 minutes to go.
And gave it up.
You typically think of a choke as being missing a shot, or missing a free throw, or offensive related. But in this case, when you build your team on defense, if you build a 10-point lead, you got to hold that. It's kind of like the Jags in the NCAA championship game. Right? That's what made that so disappointing.
Right.
That's the strength of our team. Are you kidding me? I got you a 10-point lead with 7 minutes to go. They're supposed to finish it off. It was almost that same type feel in the basketball game last night. But Virginia, a champion. And, man, think about this for Virginia, who gets a national title, and it just completely whitewashes everything else that's gone bad away. And not just in the last 12 months.
No.
You could argue that Virginia owns the most embarrassing upset loss in NCAA tournament history. Actually, you can't argue it. They do. They're the only one to ever lose to a 16.
And they were number 1 overall.
The number 1 overall seed. Now, and don't forget, we're going back away. Yeah. I mean, I was a young person in 1983 or 4.
Sounds right.
Ralph Sampson was at Virginia. They were number 1 in the country. They went and played a school called Chaminade at the Rainbow Classic, a Division II school. And Chaminade beat Virginia, the number 1 team in the country. So you could argue, and I think correctly, that Virginia owns the biggest upset in regular season and postseason history.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to win that tournament like they did. And here's another thing, too. We get a little bit more technical and specific. That DeAndre Hunter really showed well for himself in the second half of that game. I watched the first half because, we got a little NBA draftnik in us as well. DeAndre Hunter of Virginia, Jarrett Culver of Texas Tech, both projected to be top 10 draft picks. One of them, Hunter, looked like it last night. Culver struggled, but I was prepared as I watched the game. I was taking notes, Beef. That's another advantage you get when I do the show by myself.
Note-taking machine.
I was taking some notes during the game, and one of the notes I made earlier was like, lottery pick? And these guys might want to go to the Jiffy store and pick a couple lottery numbers. The only way they're going to make money. But Hunter was really huge down the stretch for Virginia. Culver, not so much.
I've noticed your leather-bound notepad.
Yeah, you like this?
You've been taking notes.
This is team issue. You see what this is, too? You see, the Jaguars gave this to me. It says media. I don't know if you can see that on there. Maybe you can't.
Jaguar media.
But, just so you don't know, I can't divulge any of my sales secrets. Yeah. But, I mean, notes. This is the kind of dedication you're getting out of me this week. Notes. I'm coming in with notes.
I mean, I don't want to divulge.
And I already ripped out yesterday's notes.
I don't want to divulge your sales secrets, but I thought they'd be more elaborate than make sales.
That's what it says. Yeah. Try them.
Try that.
Yeah.
Try.
This is actually so old. There's nothing on there that's going to even retrieve. I haven't used this terrific notebook all that much. I'm not, we're not reporters. We don't have to like make notes all the time. And Hicken makes fun of me if I come to the show with notes, just as I make fun of him.
Yeah.
Because sometimes Dan will show up with notes.
Well,
remember?
yeah. Yeah,
So first thing we do is make fun of each other. Do
And
you
so-
have notes?
Dan's notes are always like one piece of 8x11 paper,
S-
folded in
seven-
half.
correct.
And he's just kind of tucked under his arm.
Yeah.
And then he unfolded it. It's got like
Yeah.
a bunch of scribble. Looks like a serial killer wrote it out.
There's the Pat Sajak.
Yes,
Yeah, I was saying that
that's
earlier.
right.
Pat Sajak somehow made the show today, and when I was younger, especially,
We had
and-
the Wheel of Fortune clip in the top 5.
okay, and Pat Sajak was younger. When we
Yes.
were both younger, people used to tell me they thought I looked like Pat Sajak, and I didn't really take it as a compliment.
No.
I don't think Pat Sajak's an ugly man at all, but I don't know.
I'm sure at the time, yeah.
Sounds like
There's
a-
a vague resemblance.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Vague-
But
vague
again,
is
as
fine.
Brian points out, I am no Vanna White. That is true. That's accurate.
Yeah,
Although I would look pretty good in a full-length ball gown.
sequence.
Yeah, sequins glistening everywhere.
Yeah, I doubt
We went a little too deep on the NHL playoffs. I was uncomfortable with how deep a dive we took on the NHL playoffs for a minute.
it. What did I say something inappropriate again?
You didn't, no.
Okay.
It was more just like
You feel like we're losing? We're hemorrhaging
I felt like we were
listeners?
possibly hemorrhaging listeners.
I've decided
Soccer, hockey, NASCAR.
we have to do some soccer, hockey, NASCAR
We owe
because
it.
those that do follow those, they love it. They're passionate. But what I was basically doing was just kind of unveiling to Beef that I'm like a leap year when it comes to hockey. Once every 4 years, I
Right.
show up, and I don't have a favorite hockey team. I grew up all with the Atlanta sports, and the Atlanta Flames left town when I was young. For some reason, maybe because I didn't have a lot of passion toward them, I didn't care. Like the Atlanta Flames went to Calgary and actually got pretty good, and in the late '80s won a championship. And
Right.
I remember being home from college in the summer and watching that championship season.
Yeah,
so
like
basically
89, 90.
something like that. So I basically made the declaration in today's show that I'm aware that the Calgary Flames are the number 1 seed in the West, and that I will be watching them. But I'm a little disappointed because I noticed that all of their first round games, all of them, 10 o'clock starts.
Yeah.
I have to DVR. I'm a
Yeah,
DVR
DVR
now though, but I don't know about watching hockey on the DVR like the other sports.
The good thing about watching hockey on the DVR,
Just fast forward till the goal changes and then watch the highlights.
You can watch the goal, or you just watch the dudes because they're all. As soon as you see like 5 guys go,
That's true.
then you back it up about 30 seconds.
But yeah, we got into that. Now we had another uncomfortable moment. We've apparently there are a couple of yahoos on the Texas Rangers that have taken to their big game celebrations after one of them hits a home run. They are grabbing each other in the junk,
Yeah, not like a quickie either.
like a
Like a
let
good,
it linger, like
like a
grab
good,
it,
healthy
grab
grab
it, let
and
it
like-
linger. And
like-
then we said, I said I hope they're wearing a cup because if they wear a cup, then it's more like grabbing the skull than grabbing the brain.
Sure.
And I think that was a
Yeah.
fair metaphor.
Yeah. Which really, either one's not cool, but one's
Yeah.
significantly more not cool than the
It
other.
would at least make butt of the joke sense if they were wearing cups. If they're just straight on grabbing junk,
Yeah.
there's no place for
There's
that.
no place for that.
Seriously, I mean, honestly, I don't care what this isn't even like some sort of sexuality comment. You just can't in public go grabbing people
Can't go
like
grab
that.
people's
right?
genitals in public. Weird.
You're not going grabbing on Mrs. Beef in her private areas when you're out and about, are you?
No, I mean, I've thought about it.
I do. I do.
I
all the
resist.
time, but I'm that
I
way.
resist the
Yeah,
urge.
I'm that way. Yeah.
It's public decorum. These guys
I
are role
love,
models.
I love making Mrs. P uncomfortable,
Oh yeah.
but just like affectionately uncomfortable,
Yeah,
not like
still.
because I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do that a lot.
You know the buttons.
So tomorrow,
Hump day.
I love Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. We got a lot of built-in segments on tomorrow's show. We'll
Get
do
Smart John.
Get Smart John.
Brunch with the tour.
Whether or not was a disaster today, it'll be better
It'll
tomorrow.
be better tomorrow. We promise.
And I don't want to tell you what my source is for whether or not, but I went to my source right as it began today, and it wasn't there.
That's
Let's just
bad
put it that
intel.
way. Yeah, I had some bad info.
It was. If you listen to
Look
it,
at my right here. Go Flames.
Go Flames.
KC.
Flame Red. She lived in Calgary, South Calgary, for 3
She. How do
years.
you know it's a she?
That's KC, our friend.
You know Casey Duffy.
I know KC. She's a wonderful Guganella.
Oh, good for her.
She brings baked goods and lots of hugs to
Nice.
outdoor show remotes.
Oh, good for her.
And I love Casey. She's the best.
Well, Casey
I'm glad
and
she got out
I.
of Calgary.
We're gonna have a little. You know, when I went on the cruise, good news, breaking news, by the way, I need to turn it in. It's looking a lot like there's going to be another Christmas cruise for the Prosper family, and we're going to make it a tradition.
This needs to be a tradition.
Yeah, it's
I like
awesome.
this tradition for you.
Do you know how great it is to be, again,
It's like
I
a
love my
Christmas
parents,
with
I
the
love
French
everyone,
guy.
but here's the thing, all my loved ones and relatives, they all live in town. I see them, we all see each other whenever we want. Yet, for whatever reason, at Christmas, we feel like we got to run all over God's green earth to see each other when we see each other anyway. And the
Correct.
stress and the presents,
Ugh.
they're a thing of the past when you just load them onto that cruise ship and set sail.
Yeah.
So it's looking like, it's not official yet, but it's looking like we're going to head on a cruise again.
I like this for you. I like this for you.
And we were talking about something else, but I've lost
No,
our,
that's fine. I like
lost
this
our
for
train
you.
of thought.
Michael, no, we're good with the. We have kind of a kinship with this copier because it's so loud. It takes so long to.
Oh, is he noticing that the
Fred,
copy
he
is
said-
not the best
Well,
copy?
he said, "Hit me up. I can upgrade your copier." We're good here, Mike. It's
I'm not sure I've ever heard of the Oki brand. OKI.
It's Oki from Muskogee,
Huh.
made in Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA.
Are those all of our
I don't believe
printers,
so.
that brand?
No, I don't think so.
Should they all be the same brand for synergy or no?
I think the one down the hall is an ex Xerox. So name brand.
10-4.
Now I'm not sure if it's a Xerox or if it's like the Panda Express and it's like really like flip flop one letter like the gas station to
Yeah,
avoid
that
any
was-
legal ramifications.
Now we're getting into yesterday's material. I gotta leave.
We'll see you tomorrow, Gurgits. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Hope it's super.